The Human Centipede 3, final sequence. The Human Centipede 3 final sequence was released in 2015, and it was written and directed by Tom Six. No real spoilers, but there really isn't a whole lot to spoil. This film is a comedy? I don't know. And it takes place on a different universe than the other two, where the other two movies have already previously existed, which you think might be creative, but it's not, because he already did it in the second one. And they have the actors that played the first two villains come back to work together in the South at a prison, and they have this idea to connect them all like the movies did, but like 100 of them in a prison yard as a punishment, which I have to say is the only lick of creativeness this film had, was bringing back the punishment idea, which was a good idea because the second one didn't work because it didn't feel like a punishment. There has to be a reason to do this, and like the first one, yeah, it was kind of random, but like at least he was planning on it. The second one was like, hey, you're in the parking lot, get into my freaking centipede thing. Whatever. This movie, it's so funny. Like, it is so funny. I laughed so hard most of this film, and all of that, all credit where credit is due. This goes to Dieter Laser and Lawrence R. Harvey, who give the worst performances I've seen in a movie in a very long time. I appreciated all their hard work that went into this garbage piece of film. And let me give you some examples of what I saw in the film, okay? First, we have Lawrence R. Harvey, who sat there like, why are we doing this to everybody? I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Like, it was the most racist, I want to say. It's not racist because, like, he's not, like, talking like a stereotypical black person, but he's talking like a person from the South in the worst possible way that it makes me revolted to think about it. Like, I don't think I can talk to somebody from the South right now. I would only be able to think of how poorly this guy did it the entire movie. And then, they tried to get him to have his love plot with this porn actress, and that was funny. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it didn't work for me at all. Then we have Dieter Laser, who I cannot physically show you what happened because, first of all, my vocal cords would explode. And second of all, my friend is streaming in the next room, and I am trying not to be too loud. But he literally screamed the entire film. And like, I mean this in, like, the most sincere way possible. He screamed the entire film. There was not a moment where he talked at a reasonable level. And everything was, none of it had to be, like, super crazy. Like, sometimes it was just like, I want food, damn you. And, like, then there were other times where, like, it kind of made sense. He's like, I've got your testicles. And every other word was the F-bomb with this guy. Every single other one. And which is fine. I get it. But also, like, what is going on? Like, the movie just feels so crazy, dude. Like, I can't. All right, let's talk about the parts that kind of worked. They didn't work. Let's talk about something that isn't supposed to be funny. The Human Centipede is not supposed to be funny. And somehow they made it funny by adding these characters that were just, like, yelling weird things. The prison mates were just yelling weird things. And then there was this one guy who wanted to be the centipede. And that was so nasty and so weird. And, like, not in, like, an uncomfortable way either. I was like, oh, why'd they do that? Like, ugh, I don't know. Then, of course, then they have the giant centipede, who's only in the last, like, 10 minutes of the film. They have the human caterpillar, no spoilers, but there is a movie coming out about that, so keep your eyes peeled, pun intended. And then we have, oh, I didn't even mention this yet, Tom Six appears in the film as Tom Six, who directed the first 2 films as well as this one. So he appeared as himself in his own film, talking about the films he had previously made in different universes where the same 2 actors that he's talking to were in those films. First of all, what an awful, awful idea. That takes people out of the film immediately, because not only did they talk about it, he literally showed clips with the same actors in the film. It felt like something I would make at college, which is fine because I'm making it at college. I don't have a lot of resources. This is an entire film corporation. IFC released this. It's like my mind is literally boggled. I don't use the word boggled a whole lot. Boggled. My whole mind was. There will not be a 4th Human Centipede movie, but there will be a Human Caterpillar movie coming out. We don't know when. It was announced in 2019 that he was writing the script. So I assume it doesn't take long to make these films. So I would say sometime in 2022, 2023, we may get that. And I will be the first in line to watch it, because I exist to talk about these things to you guys. I'm here to warn you not to watch this movie. If you're interested in a comedy that also makes you feel uncomfortable and gross, this is one for you. You don't have to watch the other 2 to watch this one at all. In fact, I recommend you don't watch any of them. Not because they're gross, because, yeah, they're kind of gross, but, the main issue is that they're just really, really, really bad. And so I'm going to go ahead and give the Human Centipede 3 final sequence an F. Have you seen this movie? If so, let me know in the comments below so I can feel sorry for you. What a fantastic waste of an hour and 40 minutes, which is so long for a movie like this. This should be 120 max. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Please consider subscribing. Happy Halloween, everybody. I mean, let's go. Made another one in the books, 2021. Last year I did Ghostbusters. In November, I do have some more Ghostbusters material coming out because I am preparing for Afterlife. So definitely subscribe if you're interested in any of those. And as always, keep watching movies and television. Stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.